great way. It mitigated a lot of the concerns. And what they've also had to do is, I think, create a space for the fighters to evolve to as well. And what I mean by that, the space that I've noticed from my vantage point that the fighters have had to evolve is this space of marketing and promoting their fights, and how uniquely different it is this time around when you don't have the big press conference where there's 1,000 press members and fans, and the energy isn't what it was. It's on the quieter side. Obviously, you've been part of those, Megan. The weigh-ins are differently, the fights are differently. So, you know, we as me as a pro wrestler, someone who loved to be in the middle of the ring and having these matches, same thing with fighters, the intangible energy that you get is from the fans. And when you remove that, that completely changes the game. So I think for fighters to go in and not only that, but have to remain focused, go in there, fight their fights, but then also I'll go back to marketing and promoting, for fighters to go out and find unique ways now to promote a fight. And I think Masvidal, by the way, I think he's a great promoter. There's some fighters, and I've talked to them in the past, given them a little bit of counsel on my vantage point, because I always feel, and you'll see this as a fan and somebody who at one time was in the world of wrestling, where pay-per-view buy rates were our model, just like the UFC. Now it's a little different than WWE. They're subscription-based, so the pay-per-view model isn't there. But I used to look at it like, if I do not sell this pay-per-view, I don't eat. So I would do everything I can to put my opponent over. And I can appreciate that now when you see there's little nuances that a few fighters are doing where they realize that I'm just not going to completely crap on this guy who I'm fighting and say, oh, this guy's a nobody, he's a bum. Because the truth is, then if you feel he's nobody and he's a bum, it really doesn't motivate me to spend $50+ on this pay-per-view. And if you care about who you're fighting, then I care about who you're fighting. Not only that, but then when you really put over one of your opponent, you don't have to say he's the greatest of all time, but you find smart ways to put him over. Then if you beat him, well, you beat somebody.